Hey guys, and welcome back to another Ultimate Team 21 icon review. If you enjoy this, give it a like and subscribe for some more. I will be getting some more icons once the Team of the Year price drop finally happens on the market. I've got my eyes on a couple already, so subscribe for more. But let's get straight into the review for today. We are looking at the base icon Larsson, who I picked up from my base icon pack. Not the best icon in the world, but we put him in our team. It's the usual Spanish League team. You know, the key players have been Hazard, Beckham, Odegaard in the middle. But I usually switch to like a narrow formation with the three cams and put Beckham as the middle one. So looking at Larsson's stats for me, he's played 62 full games where they've not quit and scored 76 goals with 14 assists. The goals wouldn't have been more, I can guarantee that, but there's been plenty of times where Larsson scored a 25-minute hat-trick and they have quit. So looking at his card stats, you've got 86 pace, 86 shooting and 84 dribbling, and they are the three stats that come into play. With a hunter, he's absolutely fine when it comes to pace, and the shooting obviously gets a nice boost as well, which is always lovely. But his dribbling is quite decent as well, and we'll go more into that later on. And his passing's about average for what you'd expect for a non-creative striker, but it's more than fine, and we'll go straight into the gameplay now, shall we? So, the one thing about Larsson, obviously, you think of a player like him, it's his ability to put the ball in the back of the net, and that includes running, great runs like that, and also finishing. Larsson's finishing is absolutely incredible, and there is not a single player I've used this year that even compares. I've really enjoyed base Suarez, and he is nothing compared to Larsson. The way he can just fire a shot off nice and quick, and also get enough power in it to beat the keeper, whether it's a finesse or just a thunderbolt. His positioning is also fantastic as well. Always gets ahead of the man. Always finds himself in the right position to actually score a good goal. And there's moments like that where you feel like you're going the wrong direction. You look up, you find Larsson bursting through, and you give it straight to him. And when he gets the ball in front of goal, as you can see, there's no missing. The keepers aren't going to get to this. It's as simple as that. I've gone up against Larsson, I've gone up against Oblak, I've gone up against Van der Sar, and all of them get beaten. He is an absolutely fantastic finisher of the ball. But he's also quite good at dribbling, and his passing's pretty good as well, for if you want to get other people involved. A good example of both right there. But his dribbling was one thing that I was really pleasantly surprised at. It is relatively high, of course, but it is really, really nice. It's really, really easy to control, and it's dead easy to get that little breakaway there, just like that. It's dead easy to get a breakaway where you can just play the ball perfectly for a shot. There's a good example there of his positioning, but unfortunately I passed just a little bit too late. But there's a great example of his dribbling, his ability to just break the man for just a few yards and get that shot away, because you don't have to have a yard on FIFA this year, you have to have quite a few yards, and he can do that pleasantly well. But one thing that always amazed me is that right there. He can get past defenders even if they're bodying him. I mean, look at this against the meta boy himself, Rafael Varane. Bodies him out of the way, gives him a little nick on the way through maybe, but he gets the ball and has the composure to put the ball on his left foot and put it in the bottom corner, which is his weak foot. So weak foot, composure, finishing, but also a little bit of strength, balance come into play there. And that was one of his major surprises, I think, the fact that he could do that to defenders so well. And here's another example of it. Easily just boom, straight past Joe Gomez, another one of the meta boys that people like to use, and into the back of the net, which actually earned me a draw right in the last second of the game there. But you can see he just goes straight past him, boom, bottom corner. Again, you can't stop him once he gets in front of goal, and him getting in front of goal is a bit easier than you think. It's not difficult to get him in front of goal. He'll run well, even with the ball, he'll get past a player. But one of the big things that shocked me about him was this. Incredible shooting from outside the box. If you can get that finesse shot on him, and he's got the finesse shot trait, if you can get him on a finesse shot outside the box, it's probably going to go in. If you get the right power on it, it's probably going to go in. And that was another major thing about Larsson that I actually really enjoyed from him. So as a quick summary, pace, more than happy with. I give that an 8 out of 10. He could have been faster, obviously. He's not going to burst past players easily like Mbappe, but he will get past a defender if necessary, especially on the run, one-on-one. Shooting, absolutely fantastic. Now, the long shots, I wouldn't give a 10 out of 10, but his shooting in and around the box, 100% 10 out of 10. The guy doesn't miss, and usually keepers can't get to him. On to his passing now. Now, obviously, he's not a Xavi, he's not a Pirlo, he's not a Scholes. He's not going to launch passes for miles. But with me playing the system I do, it's usually quite short passing, in and around the box. It's sort of like a tiki-taka style, but with a little bit of just keeping the ball anyway. He can definitely do that. He can find a pass like that. And that's pretty much all he needs to do when he has the ball and needs to pass. So I'd give him a relatively average score for a passer up front. More than happy with it from my point of view. Dribbling is the big surprise. I did not expect him to be as easy to control, as easy to have a nice close touch, and using the R1 dribbling, the agile dribbling, it is so easy to beat people, and a first touch, rivaling some of the best, I think. His first touch was incredible, getting him out of the tight holes that he found himself in. Obviously, he's only got 3-star skills. He's not going to be able to skill people massively. He's not one for a skiller, but his dribbling, definitely nothing to fault. Now, his physical, I've only given him a 5 out of 10. Even though stamina's no issue, he does have issues elsewhere. He's not the strongest player in the world. He's not the most... Even though he's got good jumping and aggression, it's not that great. It feels like he doesn't really get onto headers very much, and that could just be because of his height. He's not the tallest player in the world. But obviously stamina isn't an issue, and heading's not really much of a thing on FIFA this year anyway. Seems like heading's been forgotten about by the developers, so I won't worry too much about that. Now, value for money, at the moment he's one of the cheaper icons, going for less than 200k. I reckon you could probably get better for that money. However, if you like what he does, if you're a fan of a very pure out-and-out striker who puts the ball in the back of the net, he is absolutely fantastic. And for that reason, I do give him a 9 out of 10, and I definitely recommend picking him up if you like that sort of player, and if you use a similar style to me. He's really excelled for me, and I would never have expected an 86 icon to feel like a 90 rated icon. Yeah, he does. That's it this time for now, guys. If you enjoyed it, give it a like, and do subscribe for some more. Like I said earlier, I will be doing more icons and some primes very, very soon, so hopefully I can catch you for them. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.